The Metro East Sports Podcast is proudly presented by Little Caesars Pizza, locally owned by lifelong 618 residents who are proud to serve our community. Home of the hot and ready pizza and 12-time world champions of value, Little Caesars makes game night, practice night, and family night easy. Check them out in Alton, Glen Carbon, Troy, Collinsville, Shiloh, or Granite City today.
Get ready for the award-winning #1 sports podcast on our side of the river. It's time for the Metro East Sports Podcast.
From the front office Wealth Strategies studio in beautiful springtime Edwardsville, welcome to the Metro East Sports Podcast, talking all things sports in the Metro East, season number 7, show number 14, recorded Monday, May the 4th, 2026. Happy Star Wars Day, everybody. May the 4th be with you.
Awesome.
Here it is. I am David Leip alongside Matt Kamp. Good to see you, Camper.
Always good to be here.
Should we say your favorite Star Wars character?
I honestly have not really watched Star Wars.
You're not a Star Wars guy?
I am not.
Jabba the Hutt.
Probably Han Solo. I like an outlaw.
Darth Vader is just so incredibly frightening to me that he's right there. All right. Tonight's show features the high school report. And tonight we're going to talk baseball, volleyball, soccer, and softball, giving you your fix of local high school sports action. Segment number 2, we are going to hear from one of the preeminent basketball coaches in the area. Dylan Dudley from Alton High School has taken the Redbirds to great heights, turned the program around during his 3 years. They started out at the bottom of the conference, and now they are competing at the top. And he's bringing with him his stud player who just finished his senior year and is headed off to college, Samaj Stampley.
South Dakota State.
South Dakota.
Yep.
South Dakota State. And guest number 3 from the SWIC women's soccer program, the head coach, Jurgen Hettner, a guy you've known for a long time, right, KP?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And stick around until the end of the show because you are going to have a chance to win a free pizza. We are going to have our weekly trivia question, and the first person to answer that question correctly via email wins a free, delicious Little Caesars pizza. Before we get started with these 3 segments, I want to thank partners Cassens Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Keller Williams Marquee, the Blasting Game Group, Integrity Spine and Joint Center, Front Office, Fiduciary Network, Oakbrook Golf Club, and Play It Again Sports Edwardsville. And 3 things that you can do to support this podcast for free. Number 1, subscribe to it. You love it. It's free. It comes to you every week. Number 2, follow us on all of our social media platforms on X, Facebook, the Gram, YouTube. And number 3, if you have a story idea, please email me at mespdave@gmail.com. And don't forget to nominate your favorite team for Integrity Spine and Joint Center Metro East Team of the Month. Could be a park and rec team, middle school team, high school team, you name it. To nominate a team for Team of the Month, send your suggestion to me at mespdave@gmail.com. Please put Team of the Month in the subject line. And now it's time for the high school report, talking all things high school sports, and we're going to start off with some homage to our friend Matt Kamp, who was just inducted last weekend into the Illinois High School Basketball Coaches Association Hall of Fame. So here's to you, buddy. Congratulations.
Well deserved.
Thank you. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it. And the man right here, Dave Leip, helped me get that start years ago.
Well, it's a true story. You were in the English class together.
Yep, Sports and Lit.
Sports and Lit. It may not have even been Sports and Lit. It may have even been mythology or contemporary lit. But I recognize that you had a passion for getting into sports media and for being involved around sports. And I suggested that you get involved with
Bill Yarborough and the Intelligencer.
And also EHS ice hockey.
Yes.
That was the first start because they were looking for somebody to call games. And I said, you guys go do it. It was you and Matt Werner.
Yep.
Remember that? That was good.
I do. And here we are now.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Big award. How was the ceremony?
It was good. It's fun to see all the other Edwardsville people go in as well. Amani Henderson, Paul Schaefer, Dustin McGuire, and John Rotter. So 5 EHS grads up there representing the Tigers.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. Congratulations once again, Matt. Okay.
you.
Let's start off with our baseball rankings. The Scout Connect baseball rankings, courtesy of Diego Solares. And let's begin with the large schools. At number 15, Mahomet Seymour. 14, East Peoria. 13, Metamora. 12, Morton. 11, Glenwood. 10, Washington. 9, O'Fallon. 8, Waterloo. 7, Edwardsville. 6, SHG, Sacred Heart Griffin. Number 5, Muscuda. 4, U-High in Normal. Number 3, Dunlap. Number 2, for the second week in a row, Triad. And number 1, at the same spot they've been all year long at 20-2, Normal Community. Big risers, Dunlap, Muscuda, Morton, Metamora. Fallers, 1 spot, U-High. 1 spot, SHG. 2 spots, East Peoria, and 2 spots, Mahomet Seymour. What do you guys want to say about the baseball rankings?
Well, I was able to watch Edwardsville and East Peoria play the other night, Friday night. Edwardsville was able to get them 4-0. A really well-pitched game on both sides. And East Peoria looked really good. Just couldn't come up with that timely hit.
I think another one, Muscuda, is going to be dangerous.
Yes.
They're up and down, very solid in their lineup, and their pitching's been doing very well. So I think keep an eye on them.
Okay. All right, let's check out the small schools now. These are Scout Connect, Diego Solares' rankings. At number 15, Breeze Central. 14, DuQuoin. 13, Roxana. 12, Effingham. 11, Carterville. 10, Harrisburg. 9, Tremont. 8, Monticello. 7, Tolono. 6, St. Anthony. 5, Father McGivney. 4, Nashville. 3, T-Town, Teutopolis. 2, Freeburg. And number 1, again, where they've been all season, St. Joseph Ogden. All right, what do you guys want to say about small school rankings?
Well, St. Anthony's and Father McGivney will be playing either late this week or late next week. That'll be a good one. And then T-Town will be in Edwardsville this weekend for the Tiger Classic. It'll be EHS, T-Town, Chatham, and Highland. So round robin of games there on Friday and Saturday will be really good.
So that's the Tiger Classic is this weekend?
This weekend.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
Okay.
I will be there.
All right. Sounds good. Let's talk small school baseball rankings for just a second. Because we posted our rankings last week, and it reached more people than any post we've ever done in the 7 years of having this podcast. And the number one comment, the number one complaint was, where is Ottawa Marquette? And the answer is, Ottawa Marquette is awesome, but they're not included geographically in Scout Connect's coverage. Scout Connect goes as far north as Peoria.
Peoria, that's what I was going to say, Peoria, right?
So that's how far north they went. And so, all those people that said Ottawa Marquette should be here, I agree. If the geographic coverage extends that far, which Diego doesn't do. He extends farther than we have extended in anything we've ever done. We've never gone to Peoria or Normal with our rankings. So he's expanded our coverage, at least in terms of baseball. So that's the short answer. Anyway. Okay. Any other thoughts on baseball, guys, before we move on?
I'd like to see a Nashville-Freeburg roundup, and I didn't get a chance to look at the see if they're playing this year, but I would assume they may hook up in the postseason somewhere along the way.
Okay. All right, moving right along to soccer. Lots of soccer going on these days. Matt Kamp, let's hear your rankings.
All right, starting with the small schools from 5 on the way up. Litchfield at 5, Columbia at 4, Marquette in at 3, Althoff at 2, and Father McGivney still number 1. Not a lot of changing when it comes to the small school teams. They seem to have found a way to peck their way in there.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. When it comes to the small schools, it's McGivney and everybody else. That's the way it looks
That's
to me.
That's the way it's been, yes.
Okay.
And we've got a good one on tomorrow, or actually Wednesday, Father McGivney will be at Althoff. Conference championship will be on the line for Gateway Metro.
Okay, but if McGivney loses to them, I think they would still win the conference. Would they?
They
not?
would share it.
Oh,
So
okay.
This will be for the outright title if McGivney can win.
Did McGivney win the conference last year?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Moving right along to the large schools.
At number 5, Collinsville. Number 4, Triad. Actually, sorry. Number 4, Waterloo. A little bit of a change. Number 3 is Triad. Number 2, Edwardsville. Number 1, O'Fallon. So the switch happens with Triad and Waterloo. Triad with a big 3-0 win over Waterloo last week. And so those two teams split the regular season meetings. Waterloo won in PKs in the first meeting, which KP got to go see, and then Triad got them most recently.
So is Waterloo now 14-2, or are they still? Or are they 14-1?
They are 14-1.
14-1 with
That is a
their
correct
single
record.
loss to Triad.
Yes.
3-0.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Is Triad surging?
I think they are. And I think soccer is such a weird sport. You can dominate a game and be the better team. And not to say that was the case against Waterloo. But, I mean, you can dominate and outshoot a team and still lose 1-0, 2-0.
And that's what happened to Triad in the first meeting with Waterloo. Triad outshot them, and you had to get down to the penalty kicks, and, anybody can win there.
And a big week coming up here for Collinsville. And they will have O'Fallon and Edwardsville. So
That will be a big week.
get a chance to see what the K-Hawks are all about down there.
And postseason going to begin in soccer in about 2 or 3 weeks, right?
May 18th.
18th.
Okay. Coming right around the corner.
It is.
The pairings are already out, right?
They are out, and
Let's talk about that next week, all right?
sounds good.
We'll go over some of the pairings that people want to keep an eye out for. And who does McGivney lead off with?
So they are in the Breeze Central Regional for Class 1A, and their big competition will be Mater Dei. They're the number 4 seed. They beat Mater Dei 9-0, 20 seconds into the second half. They got called for the IHSA mercy rule.
That's not going to be big competition then.
It won't be down there.
Okay.
So the big one will be either Althoff or Columbia at the Columbia sectional.
It kind of seems to me like soccer hasn't taken off yet in the Breeze area, like it has. Like compared to Monroe County, where it's nuts,
It is.
right? So in the Breeze area, the girls are playing a ton of basketball, a ton of volleyball, and I'm not saying their soccer is behind their volleyball. That's all I'm saying. Is that
Right.
fair?
That's fair.
I would agree.
Would you agree with that,
I
Jack?
would 100% agree with that. There's a lot of tall girls out in Clinton County, and I think they're kind of drawn to the tall sports. Basketball is a good inclusion too. Both those schools are great at basketball.
Yes.
Why are they so tall there?
Well, it's Dairy County. They drink a lot of milk.
There's a lot of,
And ski.
Get out of here! That is such a myth.
and ski.
Drinking
Milk and
myth.
ski.
Milk and ski.
I don't know the ski is as beneficial, but milk's got to do something.
Okay.
And some farming community.
Hey, a lot of hard work, yeah.
Anything else about soccer?
Looking forward to seeing postseason come up in 2 weeks, and we'll get into that more next week.
Next week we'll talk about it for sure. Okay. Softball time?
Softball. Small school rankings. At number 10, Roxana. And Roxana, boy, what a turnaround real quick that they've made. 1 win last year. And here they are at 13-8 and number 10 in the rankings. Number 9, Breeze Central. Number 8, Greenville. Number 7, Gillespie. 6, Oakville. 5, Sparta. 4, Columbia. Number 3, Nashville. Number 2, Redbud. And number 1, Freeburg. So the top 4 stay the same.
Roxana, like you said, from 1-20 last year,
Yes.
one win. To what do you attribute the big turnaround there? Just better kids, better.
I think they've had some help. They have a new pitcher, Cassidy Schuler. She's got 12 wins this season. It's her
She a freshman?
freshman year.
Wow.
Wow.
So that makes a big difference. And also, I was looking at home run leaders for the 1A, 2A level in the area. Roxana's got the top 3 girls.
Really?
Lily Ray has 9, Ava Cherry has 6,
9?
and Madison John has 4.
Wow.
Pretty solid lineup.
Yeah, and Ray also
Murderers
is
Row.
37
205
RBI.
is wild. That's
Yes.
awesome.
Good
Murderers Row. Coach got that right.
Good for them.
So
And their ballpark is as big as everybody else's. That's the first question I'm going to ask.
yeah, it's pretty standard.
They don't play in a bandbox.
Nope.
Okay, cool. And what's up next for Roxana? Do we know?
A big one. They have Freeburg Roxana series this week.
Wow. So it's like baseball where they play 2 games in a week?
Yes.
That's good stuff.
May
All
5th
right.
and May 7th. So we'll see if they get tomorrow in, but definitely we'll play on the 7th.
All right. I'm going to call a timeout before you get to the large schools here, if you don't mind, because I got to talk. I got to talk just a little bit about one of my favorite topics, and that is, of course, Cassens Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, the #1 place to purchase a vehicle in the Metro East. If you're in the market for a new or a pre-owned car, check out Cassens inventory in person where they've been for 30 years or online at Cassens.com. Cassens has earned the highest ratings for customer service. Their expert staff is committed to making your car buying experience enjoyable, including convenient on-site financing. I've purchased 5 vehicles there, including that beautiful Jeep Gladiator out there, and I will not purchase a vehicle anyplace else. With over 90 years of experience in the Metro East, Cassens is the clear-cut leader for quality, service, and customer satisfaction. Go see Steve, Cliff, Holly, Greg, Bob, Mike, or Evan today. And if you're looking to buy or sell a home in the Metro East on the Illinois or the Missouri side, please give our partners at Keller Williams Marquee, Jeb and Ginger Blasingame the chance to serve you. They have offices in O'Fallon and Edwardsville with more than 165 agents. The Blasingames are a family-owned business that has helped over 11,000 families find just the right home. The Lipes are one of those families. Jeb and Ginger sold our house so fast because they're experts at staging and pricing, and they helped us find the perfect home, and they can do the same for you. No wonder they've been ranked in the top 10 real estate teams in North America. Give Jeb and Ginger Blasingame a call at 618-578-9276 or check them out online at blasinggamegroup.com. You will not be disappointed. All right, Camper, we got large school softball to talk about.
We do, and the rankings sound just like the ones from 2 weeks ago because they're the same.
Okay.
Coming in at number 10, Civic Memorial. Number 9 is Jersey. Number 8, Triad. Number 7, O'Fallon. Number 6, Belleville West. Number 5, Muscuda. Number 4, Belleville East. Number 3, Centralia. Number 2, Edwardsville. And number 1, Waterloo.
Waterloo, 19-1.
One loss was to Belleville West.
Kind of a strange loss. We've talked about that before, but you know what? Good for Belleville West for showing that there is a lot of competitiveness and a lot of parity, a lot of great girls softball out there.
Yeah, and Belleville West has been playing really well as of late, so they should be a team to kind of watch out for when the postseason schedules and seeds come out later this week. They will play Belleville East this week in a big
That's always a big one.
inter-city game.
Okay, and you've got some leaders listed here. Do you want to go over some of the highlights of that?
Sure. The big one, I think, out of Muscuda, they've got some hitters. Callie Kuntz hitting .591 with 9 home runs. Addison Haggerty at Triad hitting .574. And Abby Monroe with Belleville East hitting .552. She's driven in 32.
And she's a stud volleyball player and basketball too, right?
Yeah, 3-sport.
Yeah, 3 sports and just killing it in all 3 sports. Abby Monroe,
And
one of the best athletes in the Metro East.
Gotta be.
I'm gonna say that right there.
And I can say on the pitching side, Aiden Dentelman of Waterloo. There's a reason why they are where they are. She has 15 wins, a 0.67 ERA.
That's killer.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, any other softball notes from you, Camper?
One other one, Brooke Burris of Edwardsville reached 100 career hits last week. So always a big deal when you hit the century mark.
Do you have any thoughts on who might take Katie Hoppy's spot? I'm gonna put you right on the spot right there.
I do not.
Okay.
I really don't. And, I mean, I'm sure there's some young softball coaches that are in the area that may be wanting to step up to that challenge.
We shall see. Big shoes to fill, like we've
Definitely.
talked about for a couple weeks in a row. Okay, now I think it is time for us to talk a little bit of volleyball. Good to see you, Jack Grimm. You've been busy coaching the team at Maryville Christian.
Yes, I have.
How has your season personally been going?
You know, it's interesting. It's our 5th season as a program, and we started with 9 freshmen that first year. So they all graduated last year. So now we are left with a brand new team, it feels like. So it's been rebuilding. We are unbelievable defensively and from a first contact perspective, but we have no terminal hitters. Our starting outsides are 5'6" and 5'8", which is just very hard to compete against other teams in the area with, but they'd both be starting liberos at just about any other school in the area.
Have you seen him, Camper?
I have not yet, but I do have a question with Maryville Christian's setup being kindergarten through high school.
Mm-hmm.
Do they play boys volleyball at the middle school level?
Yes, we've had 3 years now of middle school volleyball. Okay. So this freshman year is definitely our strongest freshman class we have had by far. I mean, we've got one kid who's decently tall, but he's obviously still really raw. But then I got to shout out Cole Harrison, might be one of the best liberos in the St. Louis area. He's been lights out for us and saves a lot of points and does everything he can to help us get every point we can. We just love to have a little bit more height in the front row.
Okay, let's hear about your rankings or your report. Where do you want to start?
Yeah, so let's go ahead and start with the rankings. There's been 2 or 3 big significant movements in the rankings, one of them being Maryville Christian School falling down to a tie for 9th with Father McGivney, which, is frustrating to me because we're a big rivalry, but, they've beaten us twice, so the fact that we're eventide's kind of cool, I guess. Number 8 is Collinsville. Number 7 is Granite City. They have a great young team, and they've been doing great things. I see the next couple of years probably being really strong for them. Number 6 is Freeburg, first-year IHSA varsity program, second-year program. They are having an awesome season, beating a lot of teams in the middle that they should be beating if they want to be considered a contender. Number 5 is Belleville West. Number 4 is Edwardsville High School, tie for second between East and Altoff. And then number 1, the nationally ranked O'Fallon.
Where is O'Fallon ranked nationally? Weren't they? They weren't number 1, were they?
We had them at 7. That was the highest that the AVCA, the American Volleyball Coaches Association, had them
7
in our polls.
Nationally.
But then they lost to Vianney, who is an unranked team, and that really hurt their reputation amongst the voters. So they're in the 20s now. I think they're at 23 per our last one.
Nationally.
Yep.
One class?
Every school in the nation. Yeah. And they are that good. They beat Marist twice earlier this year. That's the defending state champion, and they completely controlled both those games. They've beaten Lincoln Way East. They've beaten Loyola. They've beaten every team they need to beat.
O'Fallon has a chance to win it all.
They have a chance to win it all, 100%. 100%. The only team that could stand in their way is OPRF, who has also had a great resume. They went out to the West Coast and beat some of those West Coast teams that are in the top 10.
I just assumed that California volleyball was head and shoulders ahead of what we have going on here.
I will say the top 3, so Miracosta, Loyola, Huntington Beach are a different level. There is like the top 3, the difference between them and the number 4 is probably like 10 to 15 spaces in Illinois. Like it is a huge difference.
Has a boys team won state from the Metro East in volleyball yet?
The highest finish is 4th, which is shared by Edwardsville and O'Fallon.
Okay. So potentially O'Fallon making history for the entire region. Really,
100%. And like they've played really well against the St. Louis teams, minus that one game against Vianney. Lindbergh is a Midwestern powerhouse, and they managed them very well. And I mean, they've just got so much senior talent. Sutton Massey is a great volleyball player, all arounder.
Coach's son.
Yes. Club coach's son. Melissa doesn't coach at
club
high school.
Club founder's son.
Correct.
At Blue Steel.
Yes.
Okay. How much volleyball have you seen this spring?
I will get to go see my first volleyball action tomorrow.
Really?
I am looking forward to it.
So you haven't seen any volleyball?
I have not. Edwardsville's schedule was very heavy on the road early.
I saw Edwardsville play Vianney. Tough 3-game loss. 3-set loss?
3-set loss, yes.
Tough 3-set loss to Vianney. Edwardsville has some size and some big hitters and some balance. I think that they could be dangerous. You have them ranked 4th?
They are ranked 4th, yes.
And who was 2 and 3?
2. It's a tie for second between East and Altoff.
Okay. So that sounds like a pretty competitive year in terms of volleyball.
It is a big battle for number 2. West and Edwardsville play this week. I think that's a match to watch out for. And then whenever East and Althoff get a chance to play each other, which I don't think will be till the postseason. That'll be a huge redemption
So
match.
it's one class.
It's one class, yeah.
I wonder how many teams will be required for it to be two classes.
Stacy wants 300. She's our chair for the IHSA. She wants 300 teams, and we're at 240, 250.
Okay, so you're not really that close.
No, we're not. But Freeburg being as successful as they are, Freeburg baseball continuing to be as successful as they are, is a huge, in my opinion, a huge vote of confidence for public school boards to see that baseball can survive while volleyball also grows.
You feel like that's the problem.
It is a huge problem. I mean, there was a good start, some interest at Mascoutah, but it kind of fizzled out just because track has been very successful at Mascoutah recently, and baseball's been very successful there, and they don't want to mess something up that's good while it's going. And I get that, but at the same time, I believe that both can exist independently. And look at Freeburg. I mean, Freeburg's this is their first IHSA varsity season, and they've beaten 20-year programs. And they're having a great year.
Guess which sport I think volleyball impacts the most? Boys volleyball. In terms of taking numbers from.
What's that?
Tennis. Boys tennis.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Because you get in tennis, we always we got the kids that weren't going to make the baseball team.
Yeah.
They weren't going to run track. So
Dave, I hate to be a poster child for your point.
Yeah, I know.
Literally, I was a tennis player.
I remember. You broke my heart. You chose volleyball.
That was one of the toughest conversations I've ever had in my life. But you also told me to do it.
Yeah, I was okay with it. I mean, tall kid, and you loved volleyball, so you don't get in a kid's way, right? Okay. Any other volleyball thoughts you want to throw out there, Jack?
I'm cheering for O'Fallon. Althoff had a really good weekend at the Lafayette Showcase, one of my favorite tournaments in the Midwest. It's great because everybody's seeded to play teams that are near to them, so there's no like one seed beating up on a 16 seed. Every match is good. Althoff went in there, and they've struggled in big games. They went in, they beat Lafayette in 3, which is a great win for them. I think they also beat I think they lost to Lindbergh, but in 2 really well-played sets, they beat Eureka, which is a good win for them, and I forget what their third solid win. They went 3-3 on the weekend, which was good for them. Those are tough St. Louis teams that they need to be able to hang with. So, but O'Fallon, I'm rooting for them at this point. I would love to see a Southern Illinois team climb
win
the
it
mountain.
all.
Yep.
Do you feel like that would have a huge impact on popularity of the sport regionally?
100%.
I do too.
I 100% do.
Oh, it'd have to, I would think.
I think if O'Fallon were to seal the deal, so to speak.
Yep.
I think a lot of schools and teams.
When I'm even just looking locally at Edwardsville, when they made their run that third year with Eric Fitterer,
Yep.
that had to have driven out the kids the next year for wanting to play or at least getting some interest in boys volleyball.
Yeah.
The better you get, the more kids want to come out in some sports. In other sports, when you get good, your numbers decrease because some of the kids who were thinking about going out,
It was too hard, yeah.
yeah, decide against it. I think when we had Zach Trimpe and Alex Gray, and you thought, wow, we're really good, I think we'll get a bunch of kids come out. Nope, just the opposite happened. Yeah, it was kind of like the numbers were. Those were some of the smallest teams we ever had, actually.
They think like, oh, those kids have put in so much work, so
Yes.
I can't possibly get to their level.
Yep.
But then you see volleyball kids. Eric Fitterer played 2 years, maybe even like a year and a half technically, and then they were almost winning the state championship. So,
But he had volleyball in his family with his sister.
100%. So did Pronger, and so did some of the other guys that rounded out that team. There's only a couple of guys who were truly green to it. People like Tony Miner, who literally only played his senior year, but picked it up really quickly.
Yeah, really quickly. Okay, man. Anything else you want to say about the season thus far?
No, it's a very, very expected season. Last year was, I would say, maybe a little bit less predictable with Edwardsville beating O'Fallon and O'Fallon kind of falling off being the king of the hill. But this year they've been very solid. They've beaten all the big teams that they've wanted to beat. So it's really been a battle for second or third, which most coaches probably would have predicted. I would say the biggest pleasant surprise for me is Freeburg. I love seeing them have a successful season.
Okay, Jack, thanks so much. KP, anything else you want to throw in there?
Well, not for volleyball. I'd like to throw a shout-out for some basketball coaches, if that's all right.
Let's do it.
If we could shout out to Coach Chambers from East St. Louis, high school basketball coach, Coach Battis from Edwardsville High School, and Coach Klauser from Father McGivney. They all got the respective coaches of the year, and I believe it's District 19 at their different levels. So big congratulations out to those folks.
Any other local award recipients other than the Hall of Fame recipients that you mentioned earlier, and these coaches also that KP just talked about?
Not from the IBCA Hall of Fame.
Okay, good enough. All right, Jack Grimm, thanks so much for coming by. Matt Kamp, thanks so much for coming by. KP, you're sticking around, right?
Absolutely.
See you guys.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.